Good morning. It is Friday, April 12th, and it's My Second Universe Friday's Writer's Update. Going to do writing tip about antagonists' motivations, how that keeps people interested as stories progress. Um, Going to do a game session update, which is this Sunday, Monday, about legends, and story time, which will tie back into the legends of the game sessions that are upcoming. So I love uh, Shield Hero, Legend of the Shield Hero. The anime Shield Hero is the main part of the title. I'm following it. It's the whole Alice in Wonderland broad genre stuck in another world that's so popular uh, in Japan or coming out of Japan. So many great animes coming out of Japan that are trapped in another world, and this one um, is one of the best. But this last episode, I'm starting to get a little bored, and trying to think about why it's the antagonist's motivations are, aren't clear enough to me and aren't believable enough. They're just bad, evil, despicable, but I'm not connecting to them. I think for me to be really immersed and involved and care about a story, I want to sympathize with the antagonists somewhat. I want to understand and appreciate their point of view better. I see this issue a lot with on Scribophile when I do critique exchanges, that people will present this horrible, despicable antagonist, this thing that drives and motivates the main character to to become a hero that generates all this sympathy. That in contrast to the main character, like light and dark, black and white, it's such an extreme difference, and I don't find that compelling. I want my antagonists, I want my bad guys and girls to be relatable, to be believable, to be real, to be a nightmare that I recognize, that I am familiar with, even if it's a fantasy or science fiction, some fantastical setting. There must be that familiar. Even more important in my fantasy when I write, I got to keep that in mind. So when I am doing my editing, I need to make sure, and I have that tendency for overcomplication and having the antagonist, more of an antagonist force represented with a number of different people, but with a connecting antagonistic theme. And I need to make these individuals, their motivations, clear and make sense and be logical. So, tall order, practice what I preach, but that's been on my mind. And this week, I really need to put more time into my editing and writing and get my book, get that engine started again. And there's a big deal in the streaming community with PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber in the world, going over to a relatively small streaming site, competitor to Twitch, called DLive, and starting to stream this Sunday. So I'm going to be attempting um, maybe a casual stream on Sunday, and then doing a deeper dive on Monday, where I'll try to stream my writing process, and then maybe do like a impromptu story time later in the week, and we'll see if I can make that a regular thing. Also, to get familiar with streaming, so because it's something my 9-year-old son really wants to do, but I want to be familiar with it before I even open up that can of worms. He's already making some YouTube videos, even though um, as me and my wife aren't quite comfortable with them being public yet, so he needs to work on a few things. But that'll be coming I think relatively soon. And so the legends, I threw up. I wanted to spice things up, so I threw up a riddle for my players. And with this video, they no longer have the chance to answer because I'm going to answer it. Well, maybe I'll think about it. But the riddle I threw up: no one sees me, but all think about me. Never am I, yet always will I be. And if I don't arrive, you must worry. I am not death, but I carry it. And then I said, answer in a word what I am and earn a promise from legend. One guess per player. Three guessed. One was dead on. One was close enough to what I was thinking. And then one answered not what I was thinking, and it didn't fit. Maybe I'll leave it there. I'll give the players one more chance if they watch this video. I'll give a hint that I found this riddle and then I altered the language, made it my own, kind of reverse engineered it, cloaked it so it can't be just easily searched. The answer can't be easily searched. But there's riddles tend to have a set number of answers. Like there's a short list of common answers to riddles. Something I maybe want to put a little time into making truly difficult riddles that have answers that aren't on that short list. So that's a clue. It's on the short list. And so those two players that answer correctly, their characters now have the possibility to track down a legend, something legendary. So in the setting, because of this is a bit in the weeds if you're not familiar, there's these demigods possessing people, including a couple of my players' characters. The demigods get purged, and that destabilizes the world. It destabilizes the system of magic, and in particular, magic items. What this reveals is that some items are revealed as very special, legendary. They had been muted or cloaked in some fashion, and now stories are rising, bubbling up, and the players' characters, starting to hear some of these stories, and a couple of these are an item that allows travel to other worlds, and then an item that may have an archangel trapped inside that gives the item wonderful, beautiful powers. And that's what the story time will be. The legend of the Saddle of Glory, or the Glory Saddle, either way. There was, ages ago, an archangel of glory. Like demigods, each archangel has a word that they dominate, that when people say the word, some worship trickles up to heaven and feeds their soul, their spirit. Glory was this archangel's word. It was his name. And he was a proud angel. And he dared test the boundaries of his reality, stepping into the physical realm, which is difficult for any entity of his spiritual strength. He's not made to exist in the physical realm for very long, but he dared, and in so doing, he drew interest, and there was a hole where a demonic succubus whispered through and said, "Come, look at me, come down and meet me. Dare you, brave angel of Hierophant, come down and meet me. I am of Meridian, and I have secrets to tell you. Dare you, dare you shine your light into the darkest places? So she lured him, played to his pride, and lured him down into the physical realm's edges, where a greater demon, sort of who also has difficulty manifesting in the physical world, was pushing on the edges and stretching and pulled him down. It was a trick, of course, and the archangel knew this, but he wanted to dare. He wanted his glory. He wanted to slay and be known. So he came down, and there was a trap set. This succubus had been paid in souls for this task, and a caster, a mortal caster, had laid a trap, and this item that the trap was built upon opened up, and the archangel manifested within it. And he battled, Glory battled with all his might, but it was a well-laid trap, and it bound him feather by feather, light by glow, manifestation, hair, every aspect of his being drawn into this thing. A saddle, a saddle, a gorgeous saddle, white, pure, and complete. Now, the caster, the magician, the conjurer, the wizard, whatever he was, has this archangel that he rides upon, that he puts onto a common horse, and the archangel will come to be, will in glory spread his wings, and there'll be a distortion, and the wings will come out, and they will flap under the rider's control, and he can fly. And so the archangel serves mortals, and was for a long age or two forgotten, hidden, and now, so the legend goes, it is revealed. And maybe the players will find it, maybe it won't, maybe it's a lie, maybe it wasn't glory, maybe it was gory, but sounds good, doesn't it? I can't make this easy. Is this too easy? It's probably making it too easy. Maybe it'll be cursed. Maybe it'll be so cursed that it tricked people into spreading this legend. Maybe it's a really bad idea to come look for this item. Flying, I've gone to great lengths to prevent my players from being able to fly. I'm not sure if I'm not ready for it. Don't go. Don't go. Just ignore this legend. Don't go. Ignore it.